Arkansas Sports Network. This is the moment all these athletes have worked for all season long. High stakes, high energy, and the best talent in the state. And it's all coming together for one goal. Live from the Arkansas Sports Network, we're baseball tournament. ASN, the pursuit of a title, starts right now. This broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Metcalf Trunking Company, and by Premier Facilities Group.
Want to welcome you into the 1A State Baseball Tournament. I'm Aaron Powers, your technical director. I'm going to turn it over to Caden and let him talk for a bit. Caden?
Yeah, we got the matchup today for our second game between Jasper and Nemo Vista. We're getting our lineups announced. I'll go ahead and get those lineups out for you as well here on our stream for the Nemo Vista Redhawks. Leading off will be the second baseman, number 7, Logan Strack, followed by the catcher, batting number 2. Number 14, Gabe Duvall. Batting in the 3 spot, first baseman, number 2, Rhett Hudson. Batting in the 4, left fielder, number 4, Nick Webster. 5 is the pitcher, number 21, Brody Merriman. 6 hole, center fielder, number 19, Dylan Maxwell. 7, shortstop, number 1, Jackson Kuhn. Batting in the 8 is the DH, number 15, Wayne Honeycutt. And in the 9, third baseman, number 11, Gage Prince. And the 10 is right fielder, number 3, Anthony Maxwell. Their substitutions are number 8, Cooper Ferguson, and number 10, Joshua Glover. Head coach, Kyler Marty. And for Jasper Pirate Baseball, leading off will be the DH, number 14, Mo Campbell, followed by the catcher, number 12, Blake Williams. And then followed by number 29, Max Davis batting in the 3. Then number 21, Grady Hankins batting in the 4. Then the pitcher, number 0, Ty Williams batting in the 5. Number 10, Jace Riley batting in the 6. Number 11, Tyson Davis batting in the 7. Number 4, Aaron Thomas batting in the 8. Number 24, Jace Willis batting in the 9. And number 25, Lance Flood batting in the 10. On the bench, they got number 5, Rowdy Hodge. Number 6, Jevin Lager. Number 7, Rylan Wright. Number 15, Peyton Kolb. Number 31, Baylor Phillips. And number 99, Waylon Russell. We're looking at another beautiful game. Skies are clear. Field looks phenomenal here at the University of Ozarks. So grateful for allowing them to host it, and Scranton High School putting this whole deal on. And this is presented by the AAA with Centennial Bank.
Not sure if you can see the stars and stripes out there, but it is going.
We do have some heavy wind here. We'll see if that comes into play with any balls put into the outfield. Trees are blowing pretty heavy too.
Knocked over our other tent there. We got over on ASN High School, we got softball going on the 1A State tournament, softball tournament. Just across from us, and blew their tent over, blew everything over. Kind of knocked over their whole system. But we're going to get going here. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, really help us out. And if you'd like to become a member, we've already had one person become a member today. I want to say thank you to them and to everybody else for showing up as we get started here in the first inning. Take it away, Caden.
Number 0, Ty Williams will be on the mound for Jasper. And up to the plate first will be number 7, Logan Strack, the second baseman. Wind is really picking up here at the ballpark.
Yes, it is.
First pitch is put down the third base line and foul. Strack attacking the first pitch he sees.
If you're watching, get in that comment section. Let us know who you're watching. Got 60 live devices right now.
Strack tried to get a time call, but now he gets it. Count stays at 0-1. Now he's down 0-2. Could have had the 1-2 if he would have got the pitch that was taken while he was requesting time. Now it's 0-2. Williams back to work. This one fouled off behind us.
Souvenir for somebody out there.
This is anything like the first game we saw today. These teams going to be in a pitching duel. This one's sent to short. It's going to make a tough throw on a bounce. Gets over the head, and he's safe at first. Strack makes it in. Right field covers for Jasper. And first batter of the day for Nemo Vista will get on. And that'll be tagged as a hit. Catcher number 14, Gabe Duvall, to take the plate now. Pulls away from the bunt, throw down to second. Can't be taken in cleanly, but dives away from the bag. And you say he gets back in time. Close call, but gets back to the bag. Now 1-0 count and a stolen base for Logan Strack. He's getting his paw prints over this game early. The 1-0. This one's put in play to short. Strack is going to stay this throw to first. Also low and out of play. Can't get there, and Strack will advance to third. He's going to hold there. And Nemo Vista with runners on the corners. Shortstop is a struggling position so far for Jasper. 2 errant throws. This one will be recorded as an error. And the first was knocked as a base hit. Now up to the plate will be number 2, Rhett Hudson, the first baseman. Doesn't throw, gives up a stolen base. Now runners on second and third. 1-0 is your count. Rhett Hudson. This one put in play to first, taken. Throw home, not in time. 1 run comes in to score. They do pick up an out on it. And now they have a runner on third, 1 out and 1 run scored. Nick Webster is headed to the plate for the Red Hawks.
As Nemo gets the run in early.
That pitch taken high for a ball. First run of our last game, didn't strike for a while. That game finished 2-1. So this game already on a lot better pace than that scoring-wise. First pitch of this game was scheduled for 12:30. This one put right back up the middle. It's not going to squeeze through. Shortstop comes up with a bare hand. Throw to first. In time. Another run comes in to score for Nemo Vista, despite the Pirates picking up an out. Now it's 2-0 with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up number 21, Brody Merriman. That'll be too low. Skips in the dirt. No runners on. Now the 2-0 count. Shows bunt again, pulls away. That pitch taken for a strike right down the middle. 2-1 is your count. This one put in play to third, taken on a bounce, throw across the diamond in time, and that will retire the Red Hawks, but not before they put 2 runs on the board. Now it's going to bring up the Pirates to the plate, and it'll start with number 14, the designated hitter, Mo Campbell.
We're going to go ahead and get your first break in. You're watching the 1A State Baseball Tournament from University of the Ozarks, presented by Centennial Bank and Scranton School District. You're watching it right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc, d3autosales.com. Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles.
Coming back early here on the 1A State Baseball Tournament. So we get started with a 1-0 count.
Mo Campbell, the DH, number 14, will be the one to take the plate first for the Pirates. Plays off a second pitch strike. Number 21, Brody Merriman, will take the mound for Nemo Vista. Too far outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. A little late on the fastball. Now count goes to 2-2. Too high. Count pushes to full. Nice job by Nemo Vista to strike early, put 2 runs on the board. Give their pitcher a little bit of leeway to work with as he gives up a leadoff walk. That'll now bring up Blake Williams, the catcher.
Do you know if Ashdown's at Scranton?
I do not. Runner goes, throw down. Not clean. Runner's in with a stolen base.
And
Runner will advance also. Umpire rules him to first.
I'm not sure what happened. Coach is looking for clarification. I will say, Traffic Soundscape, that the Scranton games over at the Scranton site will all be hosted and streamed by the Scranton High School YouTube page. You can find all those links to those pages, specific pages, on the Arkansas Sports Network High School Facebook page. If you look there, the Arkansas Sports Network High School Facebook page to get those links.
Red Hawk head coach not happy with that call. Now Jasper has 2 runners on with no outs. Leading run is at the plate. Tying run is at first. And this first pitch fouled back. 0-1 is your count. Blake Williams will be followed by Max Davis. Swings at one far and away, and both runners will advance on a no throw. And now runners on second and third with no outs for Max Davis at the plate.
Stay with us because after this, we're going to have a coach's interview with some players here right after the game.
Davis looking to recover after a bad swing on that last pitch, but follows it up with a curveball in the dirt. And that'll be a strikeout. Looked like it was in the dirt, so coach is a little confused on if he made it or not. Home plate ump ruled him out, but it was a no run. Umpire called it off. He ruled him out before the catcher made a throw. A lot of confusion early in this first inning between head coaches and umpires. He will officially be ruled out. It's a tough start. Now with that 2-0 lead, just one out and two runners on. Prime chance to capitalize with two runners in scoring position. It's a new count now for Grady Hankins. His first pitch he sees is a ball, 1-0. This one's put in play, sent to third. In time on the throw to first. Not before a run comes in to score for Jasper. Now the score was now 2-1. Ty Williams, the pitcher, at the plate. Lone runner on second now. And Williams has a chance to tie this game up. He'll be back on the mound. He can take the lead. Watches a pitch. It'll be 1-0. Close call. That one finds the zone now. 1-1. Wind continuing to blow here pretty heavy at the ballpark.
About picked up our 10 earlier.
Now the 1-1. And this one fouled off. 1-2. 2-1 was the final score of our last game that we called, so already on a lot better track for scoring wise for this game. And that one is a strikeout looking. Pretty solid pitch there for Merriman. And that sets down the side. Into the first inning, your score is 2-1. Redhawks lead. They get their bats back up, and Williams, who just struck out there, will be on the mound for the Pirates.
I'm going to go ahead and get you to a break here on the 1A State Baseball Tournament. You're watching us here. We got Amber Nicole says, are you doing 3A as well? We are not. We are actually just doing the 1A State Baseball Tournament, State Softball Tournament, And then the Scranton site is hosting the other half of the 1A state baseball tournament as well over on their site. And you can catch all those links, what we're streaming for today and in the next couple of days over on the Arkansas Sports Network Facebook page. Go ahead and head over there, and we have a post with all of those wonderful links in there. Get you all the information. Caden, what are you hoping to see out of Jasper for this one?
Hopefully they can calm down. Williams on the mound. He gave up those 2 runs in that first inning. He needs to settle in and trust his arm, trust his stuff, and really just make sure that we're getting quality outs, quality pitches, nothing too crazy, and giving free at-bats, free walks. Just got to calm down, trust your arm, and understand that this is a long game. It's 7 innings, and giving up 2 runs in the first inning is not the end of the world, especially when your offense produced 1 run and left a runner in scoring position.
Some good stuff there. We'll be right back after this break.
Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back here on the 1A state baseball tournament as Nemo Vista is up to bat.
Here for the top of the second, Dylan Maxwell sends a ball foul down the left side.
Past the fence there. Our wide shot doesn't catch it. We don't have a cameraman right now.
0-1, no outs. Williams back to work on the mound. Gave up those 2 runs in the first. Like I said, could settle down into this game and pitch a long one. This bunt laid down and goes foul. A lot of confusion between head coaches, players, and umpires in that first inning. 16 minutes in here in game time.
Started a bit early, so it's probably a little bit longer than that.
This one's sent high in the air into left field. Can't make the grab out there in left. Runner will advance to second. Maxwell reaches on what is likely to be an error. It will be. And now number 1, Jackson Kuhn to the plate. It is a tough catch to make, as simple as it seems, with the wind blowing pretty heavy out here at the ballpark, right in the sun. Check to second, gets back in time. Thinks about showing bunt, but pulls back 2-0. These pitchers can't fall behind in these plate appearances and lose sight of what's ahead. 1-0 is your count. Shows bunt again, but pulls away 2-0. Runner at second getting a healthy lead out there. Potentially see him break to third. I doubt it. But if a good bunt is laid down, he is pretty secure. And again, that gets too far outside. Probably releasing just a little weird. Not getting to his full mechanic. Worried about that runner on second. Also taking into consideration that the bunt is in play. And that'll be a ball 4. 4-pitch walk. That puts 2 runners on for Nemo Vista. That's Dylan Maxwell and Jackson Kuhn. And that brings up the designated hitter, number 15, Wade Honeycutt. He tries to lay down a bunt, chases it a little bit. That'll be 0-1. 1A baseball could really be undervalued, especially just because you're known as 1A as a beautiful bunt is laid down. And he runs it out and makes it in time. Phenomenal bunt there by the DH Wade Honeycutt. That brings up third baseman number 11, Gage Prince, the 9-hole hitter. One A baseball could really be undervalued just because of the fact it is 1A, thinking that there's not talent at this level, but that is far from true. This one's sent, and it'll be an infield fly taken in by the shortstop. That'll be the first out of the inning recorded for Jasper. Now that'll flip the order back over. Logan Strack is back up to the plate. Matt in the first inning came around to score. And he puts this one into center field. Chasing after, and it's going to bloop down in for a hit. They get the force out at second, but a run does come around to score. Runners were kind of holding up. They didn't expect that one to drop in, so they get the force out at second. But a run does come in to score. Virtually the same as a sac fly. And now 3-1 is your score. Runners on the go, and he will make you without a contest. Logan Strack picking up another stolen base. Gabe Duvall to the plate now, the catcher. He puts this one into the outfield. Looks like it might get down, and it does get past the outstretched glove of the Jasper left fielder, and sliding in for a double will be Gabe Duvall. First extra base hit of the day. And now 5-1 is your score in favor of Nemo Vista. Number 2, Red Hudson takes the plate. Watches a first pitch strike. Runner still in scoring position after that double. With this 5-1 score. Red Hawks look to build on that. They would love a big confidence booster of getting out of this game with a run rule. This one bounces way before the plate. Probably slipped out of the hand a bit. Runner advances to third with no contest. One, two is fouled off with 2 outs. Hudson continues to battle at the plate. 6-hole hitter Jace Riley will be the first to take the plate for Jasper. This one's sitting to center field. Can they get to this one in time? It will not. It will bloop in, and that'll bring in another run. And 6-1 is your score here. Nemo Vista continuing to stack onto this lead. A 2-run first inning and now a 4-run second inning.
Jasper's going to have a long road ahead of them if they're going to want to catch up.
Hudson will get a stolen base with no contest. Webster to the plate, number 4. 6-1 is your score. 4 hits picked up so far for Nemo Vista in this one. High pitch, taken for a strike and swung at, foul tip into the glove. 1-1. Runner deep at second. This one gets behind the plate. He's going to break for third and make it with no throw. This one's sent into left field, and that's going to find the gap. It'll be hauled in before extra bases can be made. And now it's a 5-run second inning. 7-1 is your score. Coach has to come out eventually, mound visit, to settle this team down. Number 27 takes the plate now. Or Brody Merriman. Number 21, excuse me. Ty Williams on the mound. Pitch count already getting pretty high. Gonna have to go to someone else here fairly soon. Especially after giving up 7 runs so early. This one's sent to center field. It's going to get over his head and into that deep center field pocket. It's going to round one runner around to score, and that'll be a stand-up double for the pitcher, Brody Merriman. An onslaught here in this second inning by Nemo Vista. They've tacked on 6 runs to make it 8-1.
Red Hawks totally having a great inning so far with a runner on second. So it looks like they want to take some time here.
The Red Hawk bats are just red hot right now. There's no other way to describe it.
Looks like it's just going to be a mound visit here real quick. As they want to talk about it. If you like what you're seeing here, if you like our coverage, go ahead and want to make a donation or buy us a cup of coffee, you can cash tag us over at AR Sportsnet. You can see it there at the top corner of your screen. Go ahead and give us a like if you haven't already. Hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help out in another way, you can become a member. Once you hit that subscribe button, you can hit the join button shortly after. And that will help you out and get you access to all the exclusive content we have right here on the Arkansas Sports Network and more coming up as we get into the postseason. We'll have more basketball content and football content as that comes up as well.
Center fielder Dylan Maxwell to the plate now, sends a foul ball back. 0-1 is your count. 2 outs, 6 runs brought in the inning by Nemo Vista. And this one will catch Maxwell right on the shoulder. Now that puts 2 runners back on, first and second. Jackson Kuhn, the shortstop, to the plate.
We got Virginia Michael that says, "Let's go Nemo Vista Red Hawks." Thank you for the comments, guys. We have 130 live devices. Thanks to all of you. Looks like they're going to take some time. The Red Hawks are going to talk about it over on the side here.
They're going to get a new pitcher in for Jasper. It looks like it's going to be who was at second base. That's Tyson Davis. It is going to be Tyson Davis.
Runners on first and second here. Wind picking up, making our feed on the center field cam there choppy. So we get some good music funneled into the stadium. Cade, what does Davis have to do here? Stop Nemo, besides just throw it down the center, give him some strikes.
He's going to have to get some quick outs and get their bats up and hope that that lineup can produce some runs, because now they're in a 7-run deficit, so their only choice is to claw back into this game. It doesn't have to all come in one inning, of course, but that's why you have 6 more to do it. You're going to see at least 18 more batters. Plenty of time, but you need quick outs on the mound, and you need quality at-bats when you're up at the plate. But now they have 2 outs. They got to get out of this inning. And they have 2 runners on with 2 outs. And up to the plate is number 1, Jackson Kuhn. Runner breaks for third. Throw not in time. Both runners advance. Now they have 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Not too much contest from the home plate catcher. All runners really have stolen bases. Breaking ball drops in very slow. Now an 0-2 count facing Kuhn. That pitch can't find the zone. 1-2. Don't want to give up a 2-strike hit. That would be detrimental. New pitchers came in and got an 0-2 count. Doesn't want to give up a 1-2 hit with 2 outs. With how deep these outfields are, I'm not surprised of these bloopers getting down, especially in center. You have so much ground to cover out there. This gets away. 2-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Davis gets a quick out and works his way out of the inning, and now 8-1 is your score heading into the bottom of the second. Jasper gets their bats back up after giving up 6 runs, and they have to claw back into this one.
We're going to go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be back with all the coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament. You're watching us right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network's 1A baseball tournament presented to you by Centennial Bank and the Scranton School District. We got Brad Caldwell on the line. Brad, take it away.
Well, I'm glad to be here, number one, because I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off since about 8 this morning. But man, it's a beautiful day for baseball out here as we see strike one. Um, it's been fun to watch as I've been driving down the road here, so I'm going to try to get caught up with you guys.
It has been an absolute beauty here at the University of Ozarks at Lonnie Arquall's field. It's a grounder from number 10, Jace Riley, is handled pretty easily. And really, Jasper's facing quite the hole now after that second inning where they gave up 6 runs in the top of the second. Pitcher Ty Williams had a rough go, and then second baseman Davis came in and got it out to close it. And now they have their bats back up in the bottom of the second, needing to make something happen.
Gotta love the black and white pinstripes of Jasper. It's just a good classic look,
No need to do nothing crazy. Just
right?
keep it simple.
Black and white Pirates. I like it.
Well, it's kind of that New York Yankees look.
You know, where we're from, I see Pirates, and I want to say Dover. I want to say,
That's him.
I
I'm
know
a
it.
Dover man.
It's what it seems like.
That's where I graduated from, at least.
We got some Dover flavor up on here in the ASN world, don't we?
Now we have a 2-0 count. This pitch goes high and inside.
Wonder if Duran wants to call this one. He
He
secretly wishes
he
he was over here.
seems to be pretty happy over there at the softball field right now.
Yeah, they had a really good first game, went 15-0, so
That one right down Broadway for strike 2. Evens our count up at 2-2. Tyson Davis, the new pitcher for Jasper, is at the plate. Brody Merriman continuing to pitch for Nemo Vista. Swing and a miss in the dirt. It's going to be a run, but he'll get tagged at home. Chasing on a breaker. And that'll be the second out here of the bottom of the second.
Early on, Nemo Vista looking good. Went over to the Scranton site, and Guy Perkins pulled out a 14-3 win as a 4 seed over the 1 seed Mulberry there. So I think that Nemo Vista Guy Perkins region's pretty tough.
We had an upset in our first game here as well in a low-scoring ball game of 2-1. This is the final. That's a first pitch strike.
Good spot there by the pitcher there. What's his name?
That is Brody Merriman.
Brody Merriman. Good pitch.
Second pitch he delivers is sent right past the outstretched glove of the Red Hawk third baseman. Gets into the outfield. And that'll be just the second base hit of the day so far for the Jasper Pirates. And that will bring up the first baseman, Jace Willis.
I was talking to a friend of mine from Jasper, and he told me, he said, I really think that this team's got a chance to be pretty good here in a couple years. Getting this state tournament under their belt will be a good thing for them.
Now with 2 outs, they have a runner on, seeing if they can get something going. Willis at the plate, thinking about checking to first as he had a wealthy lead over there off the bag. Gets back in time.
I think if it wasn't for the wind, it would be pretty awful out there.
Another check over there. Catcher really anxious about him at first. Now your count's 1-1. Ooh. Coming out of his swing there for a 1-2 count. I don't know if you've noticed, but this outfield is pretty deep, especially for center field. Got quite the divot out there. They got a lot of ground to cover. And that was a big part of that second inning for Nemo Vista. They sent a lot of bloopers because you have so much ground to cover. You got to choose if you want to be up or back.
Yeah. Well, I do know because I tried to hit one out of here yesterday to no avail.
Center
You
would
got
be
really
tough.
close.
There's no way.
Center is, yeah.
I was aiming for that 305 sign out there in left field. Didn't quite get it. I did rattle the fence one time, though.
Even there, you got an extended wall out
20-foot
there.
wall out there. I'm going to tell you, if anybody hits one out of this field, it will be impressive. Now, you could get a good power hitting kid, hit one down that 317 mark. That would be a pretty good shot. But this is a big part for a high school field.
Especially, yeah. That center field, I noticed that right when we got here. That's going to be Hard to handle. This one sent to short, 6-4, and that'll get us out of the second inning. Nemo Vista. The Red Hawks are looking red hot so far through 2 innings as they hold an 8-1 lead, giving up no runs in the bottom of the second.
Let me get a couple readers in here. We've got readers from the AAA that we're getting in here. Centennial Bank is honored to be the corporate sponsor of the Arkansas Activities Association State Championship Games. Congratulations to all the athletes, coaches, and parents for all their hard work and the winning spirit that brought you to the playoffs. Good luck, team. Centennial Bank, member FDIC. We'll throw it out to a break. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Proudly sponsoring the Jasper Pirates on their road to the Spa City. And Staff Bank, thank you for your support.
Back for the bottom of the third inning. Red Hawks get the bats back up, and it's going to start with their 8-hole hitter. Top of the third inning. The DH number 15, Wade Honeycutt, will be the one to lead it off.
A big inning here for Jasper. They've got to hold them down if they want to have any chance of winning this one. Of course, they've got to start rattling the sticks a little bit. Only one hit in the first 2 innings. But a big inning here by Nemo, and this thing starts looking in run rule territory.
Run rule will take a place after the 4th since this is just a 7-inning game. So Nemo can definitely head home early. I don't know the travel distances for these two teams. I'm sure it can't be as far as our last game, as that one skips under the glove of our third baseman here for Jasper. And that's not a promising start if they're trying to run back into this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to make that play there. I mean, good piece of hitting. First pitch, off-speed curveball there, and he did a good job of getting around it. Pretty routine play there for third base. He just wasn't able to come up with it.
Yeah, these base runners have been jumping all over this Jasper defense, so I would not be surprised if he breaks for second here. Catcher really hasn't had too much of a throwdown in general.
Yeah, pitcher's got to help the catcher out a little bit with a little quicker move. I mean, if you're slow to the plate, it definitely makes it to where a whole lot easier to steal bases.
This one's sent high in the air and foul.
Little cardinal sin there by the batter there, because when you got no strikes on you, the thing that you really want to do is swing at a pitch that you love. If you love it, swing at it. If you don't love it, even if it's a strike, you've got more to come.
Especially with this lead that you
Absolutely.
have of 8-1, there's no need to chase anything.
Absolutely. No need to be too antsy. Of course, those are things that you learn as you go. I mean, I tell my 10U team that I play with, I coach, I tell them, look, first pitch or first strike, if you love it, hit it. But if you don't love it, let it go.
There's no need, especially in this circumstance for Nemo Vista. You don't want to lose your aggressiveness, but you're definitely not going to chase out of the zone for anything
Right.
anything you don't have to, especially now you have a favorable count. That's going to be a walk there for Nemo.
It worked out anyway, but yeah, when you don't have any strikes on you, I feel like your approach should be when you get to the plate, I'm going to hit a pitch that I love. I'm going to see if I can hit it off over that Lonnie R. Qualls field in a spot that I can hit it there. A ball down at your knee is going to be a very hard ball to hit that way. And so when you get one strike on you, that's when you start looking for those type of pitches.
The guy that's been hitting hard today is the leadoff batter here in the lineup, and that's number 7, Logan Strack. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 stolen bases. And he has 2 runners on here with no outs.
Jasper needs an out right here.
And that's going to bloop right into center field. They're going to hold the runners, and that's going to leave ducks on the pond with no outs for the 2-hole hitter in the catcher, Gabe Duvall.
Yeah, you don't want to see that top of the lineup come up as they are right now with bases loaded. This is a real tough spot for Jasper right now.
Confidence for the Red Hawks has to be at an all-time high.
Absolutely. And again, just knowing what Guy Perkins did to Mulberry, it looks like that region is a region that's really, really strong. Nemo, really familiar with Guy Perkins. They're in that area. A lot of good baseball in that area.
Slow breaking ball drops in. Infield playing very close, watching for that sack bunt, making sure that they can be attentive.
Well, they're really trying to cut this run down, pulling the infield in like that. So anything that a infielder can handle, they're going to try to go home right now, which is obviously down 8-1 at this juncture of the game. You got to start cutting runners down.
Now, Nemo, on the runs that they have scored, on the hits that they came off of, they've been bloops just like that, not as much air on it, as that catch is brought in by Willis at first, but it's been right behind second base, right into the grass, just where no one could grab it, because yet again, this outfield is so huge, and the infielders, or at least in the situation they're in right now, they're playing in pretty close.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can see where the center fielder's playing. I mean, there's so much room, as you had already alluded to, but they're moving back a little bit on this guy.
This is going to be number 2, Rhett Hudson, the first baseman. And we see why he's moving back, because this one's sent to the outfield, plays right into their hands. That's going to be a sacrifice fly, and that's going to bring in number 15, Wade Honeycutt. Might have had a play at the plate.
I don't know that they thought that they had a play at the plate because they really weren't playing for that. But the ball, when it hit the pitcher's hands there was plenty of time to make a play there.
Jace Riley had a lot of air on that throw from right, but got it in beautifully. Could have made a throw, but now runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Nick Webster. Swinging out of his shoes there. It's not what you want to see with an 0-0 count. Both runners try to advance the throw.
Yeah.
Gets him out of there.
Yep.
Jasper with a sticky situation here in the top of the third. They get out of here with only giving up 1 run.
That was huge. That was a huge set of plays there for Jasper. The foul ball over here, the sacrifice fly, they made the play. They only gave up 1 run in an inning that could have gotten away from them right there. Nice job by the Pirates.
Saying that this could have got to the run rule limit is being generous because of the opportunities that Nemo Vista had, but that brings us to the middle of the third, and Nemo Vista holds that 9-1 lead.
We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament.
Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Proudly sponsoring the Jasper Pirates on their road to the Spa City. And Staff Bank, thank you for your support.
Back for the bottom of the third. Nemo Vista picks up 1 run in the top of the third, extending their lead to 9-1. Jasper gets their bats back up, and it's going to start with their leadoff hitter, the designated hitter, Mo Campbell.
Plain and simply, right now, Jasper's got to hit the ball. I mean, that's just it.
Absolutely. And still, it's only the bottom of the third. You have a lot of time to work. There's no need to rush or be extra aggressive. If you want to play small ball, you still can. There's no need to come out of your mechanics this early.
I'll tell you, the pitcher for Nemo Vista is doing a really good job of hitting spots. He's throwing that, what would be the inside corner to the right-hand batter. He's hitting that spot really well right now. Um, and that's a hard hit even for a left-hander. You got to be looking the other way on that. And, just looking at how he's throwing, I would say he's probably throwing in the low 70s. Got a decent fastball here, and he's making it hard on Jasper hitters.
This was the first at bat that I've seen where he's kind of gotten behind. He was down 3-0 till that strike right there. Now it's a 3-1.
This batting stance is real interesting here for the Jasper player.
And he works himself a walk, though, and that
Yeah,
gives Jasper a gleam of hope as they get a runner on to start the inning. That's all you can ask for is getting your leadoff man on, and that opens up the rest of the lineup to do their work.
that stance kind of remind me of a '90s baseball player. Used to, a lot of times now you kind of got the cookie cutter batting stances. There were so many different types of batting stances in the '80s and '90s. That was really interesting there.
We saw some interesting ones in that game one for
Mhm.
sure. And that game was an absolute pitching duel.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that 2-1, and you've got a rundown to end the ball game there. That was tough, man.
Yes.
You want to talk about ending your season on that play? It was hard, hard, hard.
Trek Mitchell, the pitcher for Columbia Christian, he was absolutely phenomenal. He had a shutout going until the bottom of the seventh, and he gave up one run. They had bases loaded with, I believe, just one out, about to give up that game, and then clutched up and picked up a huge win, and they advanced to the
It was
quarterfinals.
big time there. Nice win there for Columbia Christian. They look good coming off the bus themselves. They're a 4 seed, but looking at those guys, they didn't look like a small team.
Runner goes, throw, won't make it in time, skips into the outfield, but a good cover. And yeah, Columbia Christian, they were 3.5 hours out, and that was a good travel all the way from
Yeah.
Magnolia.
So Armorel, if you don't know where Armorel is the easternmost town in the state of Arkansas. It's actually east of Blytheville. And you just look at the geography of Arkansas. It's actually east of some places in Mississippi and Tennessee.
And that one catches the batter. He's been trying to catch that inside corner. That
Yeah.
one just slipped away a little bit too much, trying to catch his spot, and that puts two runners on now, and catcher coming to have a talk with Merriman.
You know, people they say, wear it, let it hit you. You know what? You're not the one in the box getting hit.
Exactly.
I promise you. They say, oh, it don't hurt. Oh, it hurts. It does.
You're gonna feel it till tomorrow
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
absolutely. My little 10U team, we're playing our first year of live arm, and it's been an interesting deal because you tell those kids the same thing. Oh, it don't hurt that bad. Yeah, it does. It hurts. It hurts bad.
It doesn't until it does. Brad's going to go ahead and fill in over at softball. So we'll lose him for a bit.
We still got this 9-1 lead held by Nemo Vista. But Jasper trying to make something happen. They got two runners on. And this one fouled off by number 29, Max Davis. Third baseman.
Foul going to lead us into an 0-1 count. We got 151 live devices. Thank you to everybody for joining us.
Right down Broadway for strike two. 0-2 is the count. Just one hit picked up so far for this Jasper ball club. If you pick one up here, that's likely an RBI. They'd love to bring in some runs. Looking to check first, they do. Gets back in time. And this one is sent through short and third, and just like that, Speaking it into existence, the throw home is beautiful. Almost makes it throw to third, is over the head. And that's going to bring in another run. And that's going to advance the batter, Max Davis, all the way to third. What a scenario there. It's now 9-3. Just like that, we get some action here at Lonnie R. Qualls Field.
Jasper definitely needed those right there, but they're gonna still have a long way to climb if they want to get back in this thing.
6 runs is the deficit now. Grady Hankins takes the plate. That one goes inside for ball 1. That one too far inside as well. Similar location, 2-0. Still an absolutely beautiful day here at the ballpark. Couldn't ask for better baseball weather as this one's fouled off and it catches the batter on the, looks like on the ankle. 2-1.
I've got 80 degrees with a slight breeze. Very sunny, few clouds in the sky here.
Definitely warmer than when we got here. First game
Yeah.
it was, I believe, 64 at the
Yeah, 65, yeah.
at 10 a.m. and now creeping in on 1:30. Score over at our softball game is 6-1. Couldn't tell you who's playing.
No clue. If you want to find out, you can go watch it over there on Arkansas Sports Network High School.
And now we got a full count. Delivered to Grady Hankins. This one popped up in foul territory and a little miscommunication. Pitcher and catcher both going for it. They run into each other. And that's going to drop in. That was going to be their first out of the inning, but now Nemo Vista starting to not unravel, but have things kind of get interesting. Now the full count delivery. Can't find the zone, and now runner's going for second. And he's out at the bag. He had a great steal attempt, truly. I mean, caught everyone by surprise and then evaded the tag. But then on his slide, he comes off of the bag and they get him on that.
And the runner at third made it home. So that is an extra run for Jasper.
Nice little trick play there to bring that run in. They almost worked it to perfection by getting the runner safe at second as well. And that goes above the head of our next batter, Ty Williams. With 1-0 and 1 out, the 3-run inning so far for Jasper. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, Brad Caldwell back for the Arkansas Sports Network, here to bring us some high energy action.
Well, looks like Jasper would rather me go away, man.
Nemo has had some really unfortunate events since you left. They got 2 runners on, and then Max Davis of Jasper hit one between short and third for a single, brings in 1 run, and then runner tries to advance to third from first. On a throw from the catcher to third, gets past him into the outfield. That guy scores from third. That's 2 runs. So then it was 9-3, and then just right then they had that runner on third, Max Davis. He came all the way around to third off of that. And then off a walk, a runner tries to advance to second, and they get him home.
Baseball's such a game of momentum. It looks like Jasper's got a little bit of it right now, a little pep in their step. 9-4, they're crawling back in it with runner on first base. You just got one out right now. This is a big spot in this ball game. If this guy can get on base right now, you're really putting yourself in a position to get yourself right back in it.
And this is Jace Riley, and that's Ty Williams on first as he breaks for second. The throw down. Can't grab it on a hop. And it's worth mentioning that before that last run scored and before that walk, it was back-to-back walks. The last batter had a full count 3-2. He had a pop up to the third base side. Catcher and pitcher both go for it. They run into each other, and we don't catch it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so a lot of things going on right now because you still just got 2 hits for Jasper, but 4 runs across the board with runner in scoring position right now.
And that one catches him on the shoulder. Now they get another runner on. And especially, I'd say, after the miscommunication on the foul ball, there was some clear frustration from the pitcher with him at the catcher.
Yeah. Looks like Nemo may be making a pitching change here.
I don't know if a change is necessary. I think he's pitched a beautiful game until all of this is unraveled. I think we can try to talk him down and see if we can get out of this inning, though.
If you like what you're seeing, you can cash app us over at hashtag AR Sportsnet. Buy us a cup of coffee. Send us a donut.
We'll give you a shout out. Don't spam us, though,
Yeah.
with $1 spams. Don't get me wrong. I love your $1 donations, but we get these people that like $1 shout out my grandma in California. I mean, come on. Let's be real. We do appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. We'll take your $1 donations, the $2 donations. We had a guy do $200 one time, Caden.
Yeah.
I about fell out of my chair that day.
We had a guy do $200 today
Yeah,
from Columbia Christian.
yeah. The mystery man. Did he tell us?
Really,
Sammy Walker?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think his name is.
appreciate that.
Mr. Sammy.
Really do.
Well, I mean, we can't do it without donations like that. It really helps us out majorly.
And now we have 1 out, 2 runners on. Same pitcher stays in the game. This is going to bring up Tyson Davis, the current pitcher for Jasper, to the plate. That first pitch he sees, he's been going inside consistently, trying to
Yeah.
catch that spot, but he's not catching it like he was in those first 2 innings.
Well, I don't know what his pitch count is, but it's probably moving up a little bit here. I mean, the arm gets tired. I don't care how old you are. It does get tired after a while.
This one fouled off
Coming right back
slowly.
to us. I mean, almost back to us right here.
Get you a ball to take home,
All right.
or one you can hit out.
Or one that they'll
Practice
make
on.
me throw back.
You can practice on it.
Yeah,
See if you can hit it at 305.
I can do it. We need to put the video up. We do. We need to show the video. I said, no lie, I said it's my last time. I think I took 12 cuts. I said I'd do 5 only.
Couldn't resist after
I
you
love
see you
it,
get so
man.
close. You gotta go again.
Even at 45 and out of shape as I am, chicks still dig the long ball, man.
Got to. I mean, if we can get it there, I mean, getting it that close to the wall, I think you could definitely get it over. Especially since you said you're using a little league bat.
Man, I'm using my son's Rawlings Icon,
Exactly.
30-inch bat.
Had one of these guys' bats out here, I'm sure we can clear it.
Yeah, I can get close. I can get close. I may need somebody to throw it to me, but I can get close. That 20-foot wall, that's a booger.
Now we got a 2-2 count with 1 out. Breaking ball drops in. That's beautiful for Merriman, and that's a huge out. Now they got 2 outs with 2 runners on. Any base, you can also pick up a strikeout.
What do you think, Aaron? Do you think we should throw the video out there sometime?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We have a huge announcement for ASN as well. We have not even talked about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Aaron, we got Aaron Thomas at the plate.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Good pitch there. Oh, did he miss? Did he go around the plate?
I feel like umpires favor more whenever batters back out of the box. And it is a pitch that's even close. If you
Yeah.
back out of the box and it's not technically that close to you, sometimes I feel like umpires are more willing to give that.
Well, I will tell you, Thomas is right on the plate. I mean, he is towing the white line.
And this one scoots back behind home plate. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. Now 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. And this shade cover with that wind, I must say that feels great, I'm sure, for us and the players. 2 balls, no strikes. This one goes high, 3-0.
2 outs right now. This is a huge time in this game. Huge.
This is the batter at the plate. If he comes around to score, it's a 2-run ball game. It's a good job to deliver a strike there on a 3-0 count.
Heads up, it's coming right to us.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh.
oh my God.
Ah,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm good. Oh,
It literally.
oh, man, I fell out of my. I literally fell over and out of my chair.
The ball literally came to us.
I hit my elbow. Oh man, here,
Are
take
you all
this.
right? Are you okay? I'm glad he didn't say one of the 7 words that you're not supposed to say.
Wow, what accuracy there from
We've lost our video. Oh, that's why right here. Get that off of there. Get the fade to black off of there. There we go.
Yeah,
We're back.
we're back. Got the video back. In that break, the runner got on. Its bases loaded now with 2 outs and an 0-1 count to number 24, Jace Willis. That was quite the scenario. I mean, that couldn't have been hit any more.
Right. I've had to take over producing because of that.
That couldn't have been placed any better. Now we got an 0-2 count. Merriman needs to get out of this jam. And this one's sent softly to third. Can he get that throw across the diamond? He does, and that catches on the bag. Thought he might try to tag up on his own bag there, but makes a beautiful throw across the diamond. And Nemo Vista gets out of that, giving up 3 runs, but it could have been much worse.
All right, we're going to go to a quick break. Nemo leads 9-4 here as we go into the top of the 4th. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Back for the top of the 4th. Jasper had a phenomenal inning there in the bottom of the 3rd, picking up 3 runs, but they strand 3 runners with bases loaded. Merriman, the pitcher for Nemo Vista, gets out of that jam, and we're trying to fix our jam that we had up here after having a foul ball come back directly our way.
Yeah, hadn't had that happen. I'm looking here. Our center field cam's a little bit laggy now. I'm wondering if it's getting a little hot out there. I have bought some cardboard for shade. I've got to make a little shade here for it so that it'll stay right and stay going. Aaron is back.
And we got Aaron back with
You
us.
do realize you got to go to Arkansas Tech, and I guess this is about the time, right? That's God.
I have my head.
Yeah? Are you all right?
Great.
Aaron is okay. You don't even understand. You had to see it. It was
I felt bad.
it was as fluky a play as I mean, we're sitting here basically to the right of home plate. The ball was fouled back, and it came. We have a tent over us. It came right down between the railing and the tent. Here comes another one. Holy cow! They're trying to kill us.
We have a little deck in front of us kind of type deal to set our
Yes.
drinks on. It hit right off the edge of that and came
Yes.
back and hit poor old Aaron. Now we got a 1-1 count, and it's number 4, Nick Webster at the plate. This one fouled back. 1-2.
Hey, did you look at that one? It's Viola. That's what they're talking about. Okay.
This one's sent high in the air, traveling over to the wall and gets out of play.
Kate Smith coming up here now. Yeah, Aaron almost died here. They literally fouled the ball right where I'm sitting.
We have another man join us now. It's Cade Smith. Hopefully we don't have the same luck with him as we did with Aaron, as he just got hit with a foul ball right before. Just got hit with a foul ball, fell back out of his chair, messed up his elbow.
Oh, hit his head.
It was bad. Ball
Almost turned the whole table over.
Foul ball comes over the net, hits right here, and then hits him right here.
Wow. I'm glad I showed up a little bit late then.
Yeah. Now we got a 2-2 count delivered to Nick Webster. This one's put in play down the third base line, taking on a hop, throw across the diamond in time. That'll be the first out of the top of the fourth for Jasper as they continue to battle back into this game after they faced a 9-1 deficit. They picked up that three-run inning in the bottom of the third, and now it's 9-4 with one out in the top of the fourth. Breaking ball drops in, and this one dribbles in front of home plate. Pitcher throws to first, can't make the grab. Now, Nemo Vista gets a runner on. It's number 21, Brody Merriman. That's the pitcher. Getting out of run rule territory now with it being a 5-run game. Dylan Maxwell headed to the plate.
Yeah.
Maxwell showing bunt, pulls away. Throw to second. A little errant. Runner advances. Stolen base for Merriman.
Good job backing up by the second baseman there.
Now, Nemo Vista, since they built such a wealthy lead, they don't have to do much to hold this. They've only given up 2 hits. Just the problem is they're only up by 5 now after leading 9-1. But on the bright side, it was bases loaded when they got out of the inning.
Yeah, that was a big get for them. They had the momentum kind of going against them, and now they just need to grab it back. You know, they've got the opportunities. They've played well today.
Got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Showing bunt. Strike comes through. 1-2.
Have them play that 3 times as quick as they can.
That one gets away. Runner's going to advance to third. Throw is errant. Oh, what a grab by the third baseman. That was going to bring in a run for sure.
Right there.
Yeah, nice job there.
That was going to bring in a run, so. Saving is the third baseman for Jasper. Now with 1 out, got 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on third. And at the plate, it's number 19, Dylan Maxwell. That one almost catches him. Now you got a full count. Jackson Kuhn on deck, the shortstop. Ever since Tyson Davis came in to pitch this game, it's been kind of slow rolling for this offense as that one catches the outside part of the plate.
I think he might have got the benefit of the doubt on that one.
That one was close. It's very close for sure.
Looked like he gave him, and and I'm okay with that in high school. I know that people say, "Oh, it's got to be right over the plate." Nah, I mean, you still can open that strike zone up just a little bit. When it's 3-2, you've got to swing the bat.
I just got done umpiring the other day, Little League Baseball, and trust me, we opened up the strike zone a lot because
You
I
have
can
to.
it's
imagine.
hard to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. And even in this level, I mean, it is still not the highest level of baseball.
And this one is sent on a rope into center field, and that's going to find a gap down there. That's going to bring in an RBI for Jackson Kuhn as he holds at first. And they're the first team today on the boys' side to break into double digits. It's 10-4 favoring Nemo Vista.
Yes, we're good. Take care of yourself. Aaron is gone.
Watch out for foul balls.
Right, exactly. Yes, I would if I were you.
That's funny.
Got to sign it yourself. This one's sent to third. Going to go across the diamond. It's going to be on a bounce, and it's
Nice.
taken in nicely. That grab made by the first baseman, Jace Willis. Nemo Vista gets retired this inning, but not before putting up a solo run, and they lead 10-4. Jasper gets their bats back up while they're hot, coming off a 3-run inning.
We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching the 1A state tournament right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back for the bottom of the fourth. Jasper up to bat. It's going to be number 14, excuse me. Mo Campbell, he's the leadoff hitter, the designated hitter. Going back to those unique batting stances, this is the guy that had it as the first pitch strike delivered there by Brody Merriman as he stays on the mound. Is there anyone that comes to mind when you see this?
Mickey Tettleton. Look him
Really?
up, yeah. Mickey Tettleton was a guy that batted just like that back in the 90s. Played for the Detroit Tigers. That was the one I remembered. And yeah, he had that tall batting stance, and he was a good power hitter. Good power hitter.
Yeah, sometimes it seems like whenever you don't have that much bend in your knees, it's taken as a sign that you're not hitting with a lot of power because you're not getting a lot of force behind it, but that
Right.
can't always be the case.
And earlier when I was asking if they were up, I was talking about the school. I wasn't talking about them batting.
Clarification.
Yep.
Now up to the plate is going to be Blake Williams. He sends one to third. Routine there for the third baseman. And that is Gage Prince for Nemo Vista. He makes the grab. And that's a quick 2 outs. That's back-to-back pitches picking up outs. And now up to the plate is going to be number 29, Max Davis. He's made some good plays at third base today.
Oh, another one right
Another
to me.
one.
Oh, that's right to us. That's right to the other car.
Yeah.
And he caught it.
No way.
Yeah,
If this was banana ball, that'd be an out.
yeah. He did a much better job than Aaron did.
What a, that was
Hey, nice catch there.
a good grab. Does that mean their broadcasting is better than ours? They caught us and we had a man fall down.
Well, I love Aaron, but he's not the most athletic guy. That's for sure. That's for sure. But Aaron does a great job for us producing, and we have so many people that contribute to what we do here to make this possible.
Now an 0-1 count. This one sent back to the pitcher off the top of his glove. Going to head to second. Lofted throw, and it's going to get
Wow.
probably took by the wind a little bit. I don't know we had that much air on the throw to begin with.
He kind of lobbed that thing.
Yeah, I think he thought he had a little more time than he did, and then he just kind of threw it up, and errant throw ended up costing him.
Davis was hustling down the line, and now that brings up Grady Hankins, and that's another thing. Just like with that foul ball that they couldn't capitalize on earlier, that was what opened up the other inning, so maybe that could happen here again for Jasper with 2 outs. The check to first.
Ooh,
That was
That was
got him.
close.
Almost got him there.
And that's going to catch number 21, Grady Hankins.
Took it like a champ.
I believe that's the second time he's gotten hit. I believe he got hit in his last at-bat as well.
Got a little magnet on there.
Number
Nah.
21s are hitting each other. That was Airman's number 21 as well. Now it's going to bring up Ty Williams. He was the starting pitcher in this one. Now they got 2 on with 2 outs. That one goes inside too. He's trying to catch that inside part of the plate, but facing so many right-handed hitters, that's what ends up happening is you ended up hitting a few of them.
And I just wonder, I talked about how he could be getting tired. I know that you got to be thinking not only for this game, but also for game 2 and game 3 about how much pitching you're going to have left.
And that's another thing to wonder too, especially with the first game we saw with that dominant pitching battle. When will those guys, do you think, throw again? Because, of course, for Columbian Christian, their pitcher went the full game. He pitched the full 7. And Caleb Mertz, he pitched, I believe, 5 2/3 or 6. So when will those guys, well, they're out of the tournament, but when will they be able to see the field again? Is trying to get back in time. Can he tag him? He will.
That's got to be obstruction. I think it's going to be obstruction there. Yeah, I do. I think he's going to be awarded home.
And there was no need to really obstruct either.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
And it all starts with that play at the second baseman right there. He can't make the play.
That errant throw is what this all sparked. It was 2 outs. That was going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And Nemo Vista would be batting right now.
Yep.
Oh, they called him out.
Wow.
Yeah. I really felt like that was probably obstruction right there.
And their head coach agrees with you as he's going to have a word with home plate.
Yeah. And I don't think it was a trip over the third base. I mean, I think there was some of that, but there was a run in as well. But they called it, so we've got to live with what they call right now.
And that takes us to the end of the 4th inning. Jasper picks up no runs, no hits in that inning. It's 10-4 heading into the top of the 5th.
Yeah, we'll be back with more right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc, d3autosales.com.
Back for the top of the fifth, Nemo Vista gets their bats up after a questionable call made at third base regarding Jasper running the bases. They had a potential obstruction. I know, Brad, you think that was obstruction.
Oh, yeah. I believe it was. Even if he trips over the base, and there was a fumble there, no doubt, the runner was still in the line of the third baseman was still in the line of the runner, and he ran in, and he would have had an opportunity to score even though he tripped. So I do believe that was an obstruction call, but they didn't call that. So now you have to live with it, and you just have to move on. There's still plenty of game to be had here for Jasper.
Now up to the plate will be the third baseman, number 11, Gage Prince, who was coincidentally the one involved with that play for Nemo Vista. But we're going back to what I was speaking of before all of that happened with these pitchers for the teams that advance, like the pitcher for Columbian Christian. He pitched a full 7 innings. When do you think they're going to be willing to throw him again in this tournament?
Well, I think some of that has to be just judged on how many pitches he threw. Number one, you don't want to ruin a kid's arm no matter what. But I would say if he's got anything to give to you, you can go with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he threw 85, 90 pitches, which, is definitely a possibility with that, you might not throw him again. But with state tournament on the line, I mean, if you've got something to give, you give it.
Yeah, I feel like as a competitor, you want to pitch. If you're that pitcher. I played basketball, and I want to play all 32 minutes. So, there is that fine line, but I do think as a competitor, the kid definitely wants to pitch again.
It's just the case sometimes if the arm isn't willing to go as that pitch gets away, and that's going to advance Prince, who got hit by a pitch in his previous at bat right there, and he advances to second on a wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's if he doesn't have anything to give, he just doesn't have anything to give, And you've got, and you talked about being a competitor. Yeah, you can be a competitor, but you also got to know your limits as well. What's best for the team?
Now they got a runner on second. Lineup flips over to Logan Strack, number 7, as he lays down a bunt.
It's a great
and
one.
That's a beauty at that. It's going to go to third. Throw not in time. Makes it safely. Now they have runners on the corners with no outs, and it brings up the catcher, Gabe Duvall.
So Nemo kind of getting back that juice a little bit. 2 on here with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Another question here. I know you were on the field yesterday hitting around, and I'm sure you didn't do too much base running, but with this being turf.
Is that a fat joke?
It's just, you said you were just taking at bats with a Little League bag. I'm just making an assumption here on the air. We're not throwing any type of, none of that. But With this field being full turf, how much effect do you think this has on the players?
Well, it's going to be a little warmer down there. Yesterday was so nice, and it's a lot like today. You got a nice breeze blowing. I feel like right now humidity's low. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of effect on it. Now, if we're playing this game a month from now, turf's probably 120 degrees. It'd be a little bit different, but I think as far as we can say for now, there's probably not a lot of huge effect on them.
As for traction when you're getting ready to run, you don't think that has too much of an effect?
Well, you probably get a little bit more
Yeah.
traction as the field warms up. They've got the black dots, that type of turf there. So you probably get a little bit better traction as it warms up.
Now you got a 2-2 count delivered to number 14, Gabe Duvall. He has 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. The delivery. And that one catches him on the side.
Dang.
He slams his bat down.
Nah, well, don't be slamming your bat. You're gonna sit there and take a curveball. I mean, come
Yeah,
on,
that
man.
was that one
And you
floated
said
in there.
you just sat in there and took it, man.
Didn't have to turn.
If you're taking a fastball, that's one thing. You're throwing a lollipop 50-mile-an-hour curveball.
I think we can all take that.
And now we got bases loaded, ducks on the pond for the first baseman, number 2, Rhett Hudson. Oh. That one catches him, and that's going to walk in a run. That's back-to-back hit batters.
That's a big play right there, making it 11 to 4 here.
Looking over at that Jasper dugout, seeing if we're going to have a coach come out. Infield's playing shallow again, looking for that drag bunt. It's going to bring up Nick Webster. That was another one. That looked like a knuckleball out the hand. It looked like he tried to.
It looked about 45 miles an hour,
It
whatever
looked like
it
a
was.
knuckleball.
It was one of those position players come out in the MLB. It kind of looks
Yes.
like one of those pitches right there.
Now we got an 0-1 count with the bases loaded. This one sent high in the sky. A can of corn to third base. And that'll be brought in by Max Davis. That's a big first out. They really needed that.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. I'll tell you, this Jasper pitcher, he throws some strikes. He doesn't throw hard at all. And I think he has thrown this Nemo team off. I know they have 11 runs. But when you look at the ability that they've had to be able to put this game away, they haven't been able to do it. I think they've had a hard time adjusting to his speed.
That one as well. Not too much heat on that one. Can't catch the zone. And you even see that a lot in the majors, though, or even higher up college baseball where pitchers just don't throw fast. They have a lot of break on their pitches. And it really just catches batters off their eyes because, of course, they're used to stuff coming in fast. That one has a little heat on it. And that one looks late on the swing. So
Right. Well, that's the thing. When you can change speeds, you can throw 50 miles an hour. If your change of speed is from 40 to 50, I mean, it is going to be difficult to hit.
now a 1-1 count. And this one's sent into center field, sizing it up out in there in that monstrous alley.
It's going.
And the throw in is not bad by any means, but that's a good tag up from Logan Strack. That brings in another run. We're just 2 away from the run rule, and those 2 runners are on base. And that is going to bring up Dylan Maxwell to the plate. With the sacrifice fly was the pitcher, Brody Merriman.
So if you're the runner on second, do you tag there?
You can, but since it's in center, that's an easier throw to third.
Okay.
I would think a lot of times you would watch for your third base coach because if they're throwing home anyway, that gives you a lot of extra time.
Well, you got to watch the cut, though. They can
Yeah,
that
they
is
can
true.
catch you on the cut.
This one's sent high to center field as well. I don't think this one's going to have the distance. That one's brought in by the second baseman. That's going to take us to the end of the top of the 5th. But Nemo Vista picks up 2 runs, and its score is 12-4.
We'll be back here with more Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament here in just a moment.
From the Arkansas Sports Network, this is the moment all these athletes have worked for all season long. High stakes, high energy, and the best talent in the state. and it's all coming together for one goal. Live from the Arkansas Sports Network, we're proud to present the 1A State Baseball Tournament. ASN, the pursuit of a title starts right now. This broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Metcalf Trunking Company, and by Premier Facilities Group.
Returning for the bottom of the 5th inning, Nemo Vista holds a 12-4 lead, and Brody Merriman remains on the mound for the Red Hawks as Jasper gets the bats back up, and they are in urgent need of some quick runs.
No need to change pitchers right now. I mean, at this point, you're up 12-4. There's no need to waste pitching.
Save arms for the rest of the playoff run.
Do you see Jasper coming back? You see some life out of them at all?
It's going to be tough. It's going to have to be like what they did in that 3rd inning where they got those 3 runs. It's got to be stringing together hit after hit, getting lucky with a missed foul ball. It's just different things that have to come into play to make this big of a comeback. And now at the plate, you have number 31, Baylor Phillips, a substitution.
I think that Merriman does a good enough job of making it hard on Jasper, just enough.
That's a 3-pitch strikeout right there.
Yeah, just enough to keep him in the game. But also, as you're talking about the comeback, I mean, you really have to have some good luck. And when you have a good pitcher on the mound, good luck's hard to come by.
And that one skips before the plate. 1-0. Luck definitely does tie into it, especially when it's an 8-run ball game. I mean, you have to get a ball that skips under the glove, a missed throw, so many different things that would have to come into play. Tyson Davis at the plate now. 1-1 count. That one too high.
I think this kid's a basketball player. I think I remember him. Tyson Davis.
They had a good year in basketball this year.
Yeah, they did.
Really good year. They spent a lot of time at number 1 in our ASN poll. Ran into the buzzsaw that is Earl.
Yep.
I mean, Earl is
Very good team.
Yeah, they're tough to handle.
Had to deal with them in 2A for a long time. 3-1 count.
That's what I thought. Thought the board was off just a little bit there.
Speaking of 2A basketball, Hazen Hornets got a great hire yesterday.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know. I'd love to meet him. I heard his name was Chris Hauser. I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to Dad on that.
20 of 25 seasons with a winning record. I mean,
Hey, that's
Hype
big
'em up.
time. That's big time right there.
now to the plate is going to be number 4, Aaron Thomas. He's the center fielder for the Pirates.
Dad's got to be watching today, right?
He was earlier. I don't know if he is anymore. That one's high, making a jump and grab and a double play.
That's huge. Huge play.
Wow, what a play for Nemo Vista. My goodness. Phenomenal grab and then an even better throw and then an even better grab at the bag. That was beautiful baseball. That brings us to the end of the fifth, just like that, and the lead stays at 12-4.
We'll be back here with more Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A state baseball tournament right after this.
Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome to the 1A State Baseball Tournament presented by the University of Ozarks. Image One is the official supplier of the Arkansas Activities Association. Check out their logo, t-shirts, caps, and much more. You can purchase your official state championship gear today, during and after each game.
You can Cash App us if you've enjoyed the coverage so far. You can Cash App us at AR Sports Net. If you like what you see here on the screen, we worked really hard to make this happen for you. And if you just enjoy the Arkansas Sports Network coverage, consider becoming a member. Big things on the horizon, especially if you are a basketball fan.
And also,
we'll talk about that later.
A big thank you to Mr. Sammy from Game 1 with a $200 in-person donation from Columbian Christian.
Yep, and they'll be back tomorrow. It's always better. You know, you're not going to get too many $200 donations after a loss.
Exactly.
Mr. Matt Goodhart, former Razorback, as the head coach over there at Columbia Christian.
Number 1, Jackson Kuhn takes the plate for the Red Hawks. And hopefully we're going to get a post-game interview with the winner of this ballgame with their head coach and potentially a player or two. That would be phenomenal if we could get that set up. It is in the plans. Got a 1-1 count here to Kuhn. Breaking ball drops in, and that's going to be a base knock into left field.
That was a good job by Kuhn just to stay in on that breaking ball and just dump it right over the shortstop's head there.
And I feel like the big thing with this field is even if you're making hard contact, which we haven't seen a whole lot of deep hit balls today, but even if you do, the wall is so far, you're not hitting any off the wall.
Man, this is a very vast ballpark. And, I mean, if you're going to see one go out, you need to see it pulled down the left field line or down the right field line because, well, I'll let it
Runners on the go. Slides in cleanly.
But the ballpark just swallows these kids, man. I mean, it is huge. You've got a 20-foot wall down the 305 line there. I mean, can it be reached? Sure, it can be. 317 can be reached, but it goes straight out. So you go from about 305 to about 360 pretty quick.
This one's sent into the outfield, but again, that seems like that's a hard hit ball, and that's just hitting the shallow center, and the tag is made. The throw, he's upstanding, and
you might want to.
Yeah, that was a close
right there.
But
they have some pretty good arms out there in the outfield.
Yes, and the main thing I've noticed looking at this ballpark is again just The gap from center to right field, that's just so much space.
Yep.
And just how much space in total that center fielder has to, I don't know if it's just because the logo's out there with him or how much area he has out there, truly, that's just behind him and in front of him.
So a lefty's dream up there to bat.
And not a lot of lefties in this tournament that I've seen so far.
No, you don't see that many anyway. But I mean, 317 is a pretty good shot to hit one out. Again, if we see one home run, I
I
said
will be
three.
thoroughly surprised.
I said three yesterday, but if we see one, I will be shocked. It's just a big field.
And all these hits that these hitters are sending into the outfield on a regular high school field, I mean, that's a good shot into the outfield, but here it just seems undermined because of the stature of this field.
Well, you've got to learn to play a little small ball. You've got to learn to hit some line drives. You know, do the little things that you need to do to win the ball game. You're going to have to play different. If you're used to playing the home run ball in your own ballpark, you've got to just
Which I feel like usually that's not a lot of high school game plans anyway.
right. Not too much. Not too much. You have a few teams out there that's going to have a few that can hit it out, but you know, anymore a team hits 4 or 5 home runs in a year, that's a pretty good year.
Exactly. We got one out here, runners on the corners. Up to the plate will be the leadoff Strack. Runner advances with no throw. Logan Strack at the plate has 2 stolen bases himself today. Gage Prince advances to second.
Now we've talked about run rule here, but now you've got 2 in scoring position, which would make it 14-4 if they score, which Jasper is the home team, so they would have an opportunity to get it back.
And that catches Strack, and that will load the bases. Ducks on the pond for number 14, Gabe Duval.
Yep, big play right here if you're Jasper. They're bringing in the infield again. Again, you trying to cut these runs down.
And if you check here, look, compared to the other outfielders, right field is significantly deeper.
Yeah, he's playing way too far back.
He is extremely deep out there in right field. He is preparing for that monstrous hit right there. They're going to throw home and get him, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
You know, he swung at the first pitch there. He shouldn't have swung at that ball. Gave a good play there by the third baseman to get the out at home. I mean, anything can happen when you put the ball in play like that, but he swung at a curveball. It was outside, way outside. He was actually even lucky that he hit it, but good play by third base to keep that run down.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want if you're Jasper right there.
Avoid any runs being scored. I mean, the bases stay loaded. But, I mean, he's just lobbing it up there. And then now, number 2, Red Hudson, who's batting in the 3-hole for a reason. And that ball skips by in the outfield. That's going to bring in 2 runs. That's going to bring in 3 runs for Nemo Vista. And then he advances all the way to third, Red Hudson. I don't think that'll be counted as a triple. I think that'll be an RBI double.
Well, I was about to say one thing that you don't want to see is Rhett Hudson at the plate. And he did a really good job of hitting the ball against the shift. They had a little bit of a shift on. Shortstop was playing in the middle, and he just hit it right where the shortstop wasn't.
A lot of these hits that have been recorded today in both games that I've seen have been through that third base shortstop hole. Nick Webster to the plate now for the Red Hawks. 15-4 is your score. That one's sent down the line. He got good contact on it. You just got to wait on it because that pitch isn't coming in at the fastest speeds.
I think Nemo has kind of, at this point, it seems like they've adjusted this inning a little bit to that speed, and they're setting back a little bit more, which is allowing them to get the runs across the plate.
That one can't catch the plate. 1-1.
And they call the ball. I didn't see what happened there.
I didn't catch it either, but
it probably didn't come set. That would be my guess.
Another run does come in to score. 16-4 now. And Webster stays at the plate. Now not coming through his windup now, and that breaking ball drops in.
Yeah, I just don't think he came set on the pitch there and probably had heard it, throughout the game, and they got one there.
No balls, 2 strikes. This delivery too high. 1-2, 2 outs. Brody Merriman, the pitcher, is on deck. As we get later in these games, I'm starting to pick up on some of these names. That one skips in the box. And the 2-2 goes too far outside. Full count.
Don't want to lose him right here. You had him at 0-2.
Almost to the point of I believe both teams almost want to get out of this inning.
Yeah, I think you got to swing here.
Unless it's egregious.
That is fair.
That's the second time I've had the count right on the game, but they didn't have it on the board, and I second guessed myself.
They had that earlier. It was
Yeah.
actually it was 3-0, and umpire had 2-1.
Yeah.
And I had 3-0. And scoreboard had 2-1. Everybody was wrong, and then coaches and players were like, it's a walk. Swing and a miss there for Merriman.
Swing right there.
I want to see. I want to see one of these Red Hawks sit back on one of these slow pitches and just try to crank it.
Why not? You're up by 12. 2 outs.
It was a pretty big
skips in
swing.
the plate.
Pretty big swing by Merriman there on the first one.
I think he had that idea. First pitch.
Now, Brad, what do you think of these partial pinstripe socks that Nemo Vista has on here?
I like the look, man. Good classic look. These are two good-looking teams with the uniforms.
Yeah, I walked in, I'm thinking Yankees versus Reds right here.
Yeah, I thought Dover Pirates.
Yep.
Because I saw Pirates in black. I was like, oh.
I'm sure the Dover Pirates and Jasper Pirates have crossed paths a few times.
Yeah.
That one's sent through the infield, and that'll be a base knock for Brody Merriman. That's puts 2 runners on with 2 outs.
That's that same spot you've been talking about, Caden.
Right through that third base and shortstop area. Not too many hits have been pulled to that opposite side of the field really at all today. It's that first base, second base side. And if it has, it's been a pop-up. And if I had to guess, I would assume because a lot of hitters are probably early on their swings or about right on time, and no one's too late. Because a late hit would be pulling it that way.
Yeah.
Jasper, first base side.
They got a little shift on the second baseman. So I mean they're begging him.
Now the 1-0 count. Nice job by Williams to keep that in front of the plate. Dylan Maxwell at the plate now, center fielder. 2:23 is our game time. First pitch here for this one was roughly 12:30, coming up on 2 hours. And now 3-0. And whenever you're enjoying baseball, enjoying a game like this, it doesn't feel like a 2-hour ball game. This one's felt fairly quick to me because, I mean, it's been a fun watch. That first game went by pretty quick as well. It was just over an hour with a final score of 2-1.
Yeah, when it's feeling good and you're enjoying some baseball, time flies.
Now the 3-0 with 2 outs. The delivery to Maxwell. Puts it through that same area. And rounding around to home will be number 4. Nick Webster, he comes around to score, and runners get back on first and second. It is now Dylan Maxwell and Brody Merriman, and Jackson Kuhn will be the next to come to the plate.
It looks like Jasper going to visit the mound here. They're going to make a change. It looks like they are going to make a change. Looks like they're just trying to get that one out. Coach giving some love there. Great
Yep.
job there by the head coach, Jasper. And they're going to bring a new pitcher in. And while they do, we're going to go to a break. Appreciate you joining us here on the Arkansas Sports Network. 17-4 is your score here in Nemo. Vista leads big. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching the 1A State Tournament presented by Centennial Bank.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Number 1, Jackson Kuhn up to the plate. Scores 17-4. That'll be a check to second, and it'll skip into the outfield. Number 12, Blake Williams will be your new pitcher, and that one skips behind third base, and he's going to get home, and that'll score a run, and he's going to test the other. He's going to get back. No throw. Runner advances all the way from first to third and from second to home.
Not a good first impression for the Jasper pitcher there.
A rough start for Blake Williams. He was at second base. He comes in to pitch now.
Well, he's also tasked with, hey, you got to get it out, man. We got to get out of this. And,
Yeah.
they're doing, at this point, they're doing the best they can just to get through. It's got to that point now. I mean, 19-4, number 1, unless they have a miracle, they're not going to win the game. But now it's at a point where even they've got to have a miracle to not be run ruled. So they're just trying to get through this at this point.
Now up to the plate is going to be the designated hitter, Wayne Honeycutt. And that's a first pitch strike delivered by Williams.
And I remember at the start of this inning, we had 12-4, 2 outs.
Yes.
Now they've strangled on 7 runs.
You got to consider that.
He's going to test home.
Got
The
him.
tag in time. And that takes us to the end of the top of the 6th, not before Nemo Vista picks up 7 runs. Our score sitting at 19-4, and the last hope for Jasper is the bats here in the bottom of the 6th.
We'll be back here in just a moment with more ASN baseball right after this.
Proudly sponsoring the Jasper Pirates on their road to the Spa City. And Staff Bank. Thank you for your support.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning. This is the final half inning for the Jasper Pirates, unless they make something crazy happen. Up to the plate is going to be number 99, Waylon Russell. 99 pinstripes, I think, of Aaron Judge.
Yep.
All right. You know, I said earlier that, a lot of people think that Jasper is a younger team. They'll come back, be a little bit better as they go. Got a chance to be in the state tournament.
For sports to even qualify for.
Well, you do have to have a lot of things go right for you, and it's one of those things that could go south for you if you're not careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like those lower classifications. You've got districts and regionals, and you got to get through all those just to get to the state tournament.
I know my high school has never made the state tournament since I've been going there. Well, when I was going there, they never made it,
Hmm.
and they had 2 Division I players at one point, and they
It's
made
tough.
it once. That was my 8th, 7th grade year. Last time
Yeah.
they made it. So, any state tournament appearance is really great, especially for, really any
Oh, it's a
school.
successful year. Any time that you go to the state tournament, it is successful.
Up to the plate now is going to be number 25, Lance Flood.
Yeah, because when you get to the state tournament, really anything can happen. There's always upsets.
Especially, or really just tournaments in general. Speaking of Arkansas Tech's trip to the GAC Tournament Championship, they played the 8-seeded East Central Tigers. That was the lowest seeded team. They beat number 1, the UAM Boll Weevils, in their first round matchup. And they went all the way. They were 23-25 heading into the tournament with a losing record. Made it all the way to the championship game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun when you see a team do that.
In baseball, if your bats get hot, it's so easy just to make a run if you get your bats going. And that's 2 outs for Jasper. And that brings up the final out potentially of this ball game.
We're going to send Cade Smith down as we're going to try to get some Nemo Vista players up here.
A little post-game interview coming from hopefully, potentially their head coach and some players. Stick with us for that. Be great to see how they feel about advancing to the quarterfinal. And they will be matched up against Columbian Christian, correct?
I believe that's correct. I believe that is right.
Yes, they will be matched up with Columbia Christian, who we saw play just before this. And they only gave up 1 run their whole game, and this Nemo Vista team scored 19 runs, so that's
Yeah.
going to be a clash of styles there.
Yeah, it will be. You've got to wonder if these teams are throwing their aces, or are they throwing a number 2 or a number 3? You get to tournament, you might feel like, hey, I can throw my 2 and be good.
That was a question of mine as well, but then I was thinking they might not be throwing an ace, but also it's single elimination, so it's like, first round, you almost want to throw the best guy you have, but you also need him for next round. So a big thing in these tournaments is, of course, going to be multiple pitchers that you feel confident in. That one skips before the plate. Count's going to be full at 3-2. That one's too high, and that's going to be a walk for Jasper. Give him a runner on. That's going to bring up Max Davis.
We got a visit to the mound now.
Well, we do this on the bottom half of this bracket that we have. The next game we have is between Taylor and Westside, and that'll be followed by Midland and Norfolk at 5:30. Taylor Westside first pitch is set for 3 p.m. The winner of those 2 games will play each other, and winner of this game will play Columbia Christian. That will be May 15th at 3 p.m. And the winner of the other 2 games, Taylor Westside and Midland Norfolk, will be May 15th at 5:30 p.m.
Looks like we got a pitching change here.
And also coming over from Scranton High School will be the winners of Mulberry Guy Perkins. I believe you said Guy Perkins picked up the win in that.
Yep.
Hillcrest Mount Ida is also taking place. Winner of that plays Guy Perkins. St. Joseph and Magazine and Bradley Concord. All of these games will be taking place here at the University of Ozarks tomorrow. First game starts at 10 a.m.
Yes, so we will have all of the games from here on out. The Scranton site will come here, and we'll have all of those games, all of the softball games over at Scranton. All those teams will come over here. All the winners will come over here as well. So from here on out, you can watch the rest of the 1A state tournament right here on ASN and ASN High School.
And just to reiterate, game times for tomorrow, 10 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. But fret not, we still have more games to come today before we get to that action.
I don't know that we're going to get to that 3 o'clock first pitch.
Yeah, how long is usual warm-up for these teams?
I think they at least give 30 minutes
Okay.
between. That would be my guess. And that would be after all is clear. So
Right.
I'm thinking that we're probably looking, unless things go haywire, we're probably looking more like a 3:10, 3:15 first pitch, I would think.
And what's a tournament without a little delay?
Right?
After that first game, we had a 40-minute break in between games, 45-minute break. I thought we were setting up for maybe getting done. I thought they might start the next game early, but then I remember the teams are, of course, set to play at their scheduled time. Swing and a miss there.
Well, in baseball and softball, no matter what, you're going to get a break. At least we are.
Correct.
It'd be about a 30-minute break.
2:37 is the time here at the ballpark. High chopper sent to second base. Gonna throw over to first. Can't make the grab. And runner's gonna advance to third. And now runners on the corners for Jasper.
Looked like it was going to be a routine play. Could have went to second, went ahead and went to first, and that's why you don't do that.
And now it's gonna bring up number 21, the 4-hole hitter, Grady Hankins.
Still, Jasper's got a long way just to get out of the mercy rule hole here. Got to score 6 just to get out of it.
That one sent down the third base line and foul. On the mound now for the Red Hawks is number 2, Red Hudson. He was at first base. That one goes high and outside.
Catcher looked like he might try to throw back there.
Wind picking up a little here at the ballpark. Feels great. 1-1 is your count. Swing and a miss there. 1-2.
So that's another thing about this ballpark. You're talking about the wind blowing in as well. You got to have a good, strong wind behind you to be able to get that out there.
And this one sent to third. Can we get a final out here? Throw across the diamond. Not in time, and that's going to skip behind him at first. Runner's going to advance to third. Runner's on the corners yet again, and a run came in to score. Now we're looking at 19-5.
Yeah. Well, you got to get that one out. You talked about basketball being timed. This is the thing about baseball is you have to get enough outs.
You were required to get a third out. Like the game will not end until you
get the third out.
Basketball, you can that clock hits 0. That's the game unless you're tied. And this you gotta. That goes too far outside.
The older I get, the more I learn to love baseball. It's just something about the game. It's a beautiful game.
Catcher keeps flaunting at first. And we got a 2-0 count with 2 outs. This one put in play to third. He's got another chance. A throw across the diamond. Gets there in time. And that's going to be the ball game. The Nemo Vista Redhawks. Not a very big ovation because fans have kind of decided this one a little premature. But Nemo Vista gets out of here with a 19-5 victory. And they're going to face the Columbia Christian Crusaders. What are you expecting for tomorrow's game of that matchup?
Well, you saw a big time pitchers duel with Armorel and Columbia Christian. I really look at Nemo Vista. Taylor's another one. I'm excited to see Taylor as teams that could win the whole thing, could get down into Saturday. When you put up 19 runs in the first game in your tournament.
To that game, Cade Smith is out there trying to get us ahead, coaching some players in a post-game prayer in right now. After that, we're going to try to get a post-game interview. And after that, we will be headed to the game, the next game, which will be Taylor and Westside. And first pitch is scheduled for 3 p.m., but we believe that might be a little delayed.
Yeah, it will. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to a break, but hang with us here. We're going to try to get some Nemo players and coaches up here. Hang with us. We'll be back here in just a moment.
All right, we're here with the winning team of that last ball game. I'm Caden Hauser, who's doing the play-by-play commentary. I'm here with Coach Marty, Brody Merriman, who is the starting pitcher for this ball game, finished it out, and Logan Strack, who batted leadoff. I'm gonna start off with you, Coach Marty. Y'all won this game with a final of 19-5. Y'all gonna be playing a team in the Crusaders who just gave up 1 run in their last game. Y'all scored 19 runs though. What are y'all gonna do to combat that of two styles clashing?
Well, we have to stay aggressive. We got to take some pitches. When we get guys on base, we got to be aggressive. Okay, we can't go down looking. So we want to put the ball in play, put pressure on them all the time. And when we get on base, we're going to put pressure on them, and hopefully we got enough speed. We can steal some bases against them. They should have good pitching. They're going to throw strikes, but I think if we have a good approach to the plate, we're going to put the ball in play.
And I feel like you definitely had a very confident squad. Whenever you get a lead or whenever you get runners on, there's no hesitation to steal bases, get running around the base pads. Anything you can do to gain an advantage. Where does that start? I know it starts in practice and film. What did you do to get these guys ready for this stage?
A lot of practice, a lot of repetitions, and like you said, a lot of confidence. We got some older guys here that have been there. They've done that. They've played this type of ball for a long time, so that's how we've been able to be successful.
Thank you, Coach. And Brody, you pitched a full game. It was impressive. You also had a good performance at the plate. And we see times where y'all potentially get flustered or frustrated, especially earlier in the game whenever we had a little foul ball miscommunication with your catcher. What do you do to bounce back from that and just finish out the game strong and only give up 5 runs?
Um, I mean, I like to cover my mouth with my glove sometimes and just tell myself it's gonna be all right. Just calm down, and if you just get it in the strike zone, I got a good field behind me, and they can make plays, and we're gonna get through it.
And then a tough opponent again coming up with the Crusaders and then moving on through the rest of the tournament. When do you think you're going to be ready to pitch again, and what are you going to do to provide for the team even if you're not on the mound?
Well, if I'm not on the mound, I'll be out there in center field, and we'll have Gabe Duval on the mound tomorrow, and I know he'll fill it up, and if they wind up hitting it, I'll be making plays for them out there in center.
And speaking of center field, I don't know if you noticed, but it's pretty wide out there. A lot of depth to cover. What's even the game plan for covering a margin that wide?
I like to play back a little bit, and because I can read it a lot better going forward, and if I got to go back, then I'll hop on the horse and get back.
And then Logan, you batted leadoff. You had 2 base hits to start the game along with 2 stolen bases. Who gives you that confidence to be so aggressive on the base pads?
Coach, he always said, be confident and read the ball in the dirt. Just go whenever I can.
And then moving forward, you're considered a leader of this team, batting leadoff. What are you going to do to continue that confidence and continue being a leader to provide this team? You're in the quarterfinals, next the semis, then the state championship. What are you going to do to get them there?
But just keep on doing what I'm doing. Try to hit the ball where I can, get on base as much as I can.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We're with the Nemo Vista Redhawks, and they were red hot at the plate today. They move on to the quarterfinals to take on the Columbian Christian Crusaders. That'll be tomorrow. We'll see you then.